can't get rid of us quite yet. Welcome back into the Full Court Press. Tanner Barth, Nate Falk with you. And as we continue previewing high school basketball teams across the Cape Fear, hey, let's spend a little bit of time talking about Pender and Heidi Trask. You know, two teams just up the road for Wilmington. They get a lot of talent, but they play in a pretty tough conference in that Coastal Lake Conference.
Coach Orr has Trask trending upward. They're going to be better this year, there's no doubt about that. And then Pender is really, really talented with Jawan Carr at the point guard position, Division I mid-major player with Division I offers. I know East Carolina has offered. I think he has others. But they're going to be a lot to deal with.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and break it down a little bit further, shall we? We'll start with the ladies, and we'll move on to the Pender Patriots and Heidi Trask as well. The Pender team coming off an 8-17 season as Ebony Felix's squad. They had two seniors on last year's team, and there was only one game this season they had, and that was a tough loss to Laney. But still, you know, this Pender program trying to continue to build for the girls' side of things, and you know, it's all about progression in high school basketball and taking that next step as a program.
Well, Pender boys and girls, you know, one thing you're always going to have at Pender are athletes, and they have it on the women's side, they have it on the men's side, and you just put that together and just keep, you know, stay with it and press and get it down the floor, you're going to be okay.
And you see Heidi Trask, we talked about it a little bit. First, we'll talk about the girls. This program, you know, they made the playoffs last season, went 13-12, but it's never easy if you're in the same conference as Croatan, East Carteret, Richlands. There's just some good basketball programs year in and year out.
It's a very good league, and I think, once again, you know, they'll be trending upward this year as well and stay where they were last year.
And you talked about the Trask boys just a little bit earlier, Nate. That's a team that went 9-16 last season, but they do return their leading scorer in this year's team and a senior, Watson Orr. They also have 8 seniors on this team, so you know what it's like. You know, you have a senior-led team, it can become easier when you're in those tighter ball games.
And he's a coach's son, so he's definitely going to make the right decisions that his dad makes, and Rodney does such a good job. So this year, expect bigger things from Trask.
And then on to the Pender boys. They're 0-2 on the year, but don't let that fool you. They've played some really good teams, and this will be a very good team. You talked about returning their leading scorer, Jawan Carr, but Khalil Marshall, he was a key guy for him. The second, he's one of the top players in the state. He transfers, but once again, they should be one of the favorites in the Coastal, and even not, you know, the state. They suffered a kind of a setback last year, not being able to play in the playoffs.
I think that's going to be motivation. I think with Laney too, you know, that's going to be motivation to you know, not only do well during the regular season, but make that run and get into the playoffs, and then really, you know, stick the pedal down and go.
We'll have to wait and see. So we expect another exciting season of high school basketball coming our way. And Nate, you know, as we get ready for the start of the hoop season around the Cape Fear, what are you most looking forward to? Because there's a lot of things to look forward to.
Just, you know, the Mid-Eastern really intrigues me, you know, and then going down in my area in Columbus County, seeing if West Columbus can hold on. And I think they can, but I think White Forest is going to be nipping at their heels. So just some really good matchups across the area on the boys' side. With the girls' side, honestly, with the Mid-Eastern, it's going to be seeing if Ashley can make that long journey in the playoffs that I think they can make.
We'll have to wait and see. Well, thanks for joining us tonight on the Full Court Press. I'm Tanner Barth. He's Nate Falk. I promise we'll have flying action for you next week. We'll see you all next Friday night.